Welcome to this short Qigong session. We're just going to start by just rocking from foot to foot. And today I'm going to focus on the breathing, that most precious, life-giving capacity that our body has and we often take for granted. So our in-breath, as we know, brings us life. How precious is that? Our out-breath purifies us. How precious is that? And we don't have to think about it. But often we get rather caught up in ways of breathing that aren't helpful, and that's often to do with the anxiety in the mind, worrying, ruminating, wanting to be in control of things when we can't. You know, that's the way things are. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how to breathe more naturally, as opposed to what we often cultivate as a rather unnatural way of breathing. So just rocking. So this whole thing of getting back into our bodies immediately helps the breathing, because the more I settle into the ground, the more relaxed my shoulders, my jaw, my chest, my whole upper body can be, which is where my lungs are. The more I relax my belly and my buttocks, the more I liberate my diaphragm. Because when I tighten the belly, my diaphragm gets stuck, and it's that movement of that very strong muscle which helps inflate and deflate the lungs. And it starts right deep in the pelvis, right from the pelvic floor and the lower abdomen. Okay, so just come to stillness, settle yourself into your feet. So here we really imagine roots down into the ground. It's wonderful, spring is happening. And that abundance of growth we see has actually arisen from the winter growth of root. So we're just feeling trickles of roots coming out of our feet. Feel the top of the head floating up, and we're going to bend forward and open up, connecting to heaven. So we're connecting heaven and earth. Here we let our gaze go right out into the cosmos, releasing outwards. There's no stretch here, it's much more blissful, more ecstatic. Open the elbows, allow the hands to face you. So we visualize a stream of heavenly blessings flowing through us. It's like sunlight coming out of our hands into our body, filling our bodies with joy, with twinkle, sparkle, energy, and letting go of everything else into the ground. And it's a wonderful practice because it immediately soothes everything just by that sense of light within us. And just have another little rock and then come to stillness. So, as you probably all know, our lungs are at the top of our body, and the main part of our lungs is towards the back of our body. So one of the things we do that's not very useful is to pull our shoulders back and pull our stomachs in, and this tightens the diaphragm and really limits our capacity to breathe. So when we really need our breathing, we haven't accessed it because we trained ourselves to limit it, and that becomes our normal. So what we do is drop the chest. Relax the shoulders, let the shoulders drop and come slightly forward. Now you float the top of the head up so the back of the neck is long, so you don't go into a slump. So you have that sense of really being up there. Now put your nostrils, imagine your nose is in your belly. So when we breathe out, we're breathing out, the belly contracts a bit. And on the in-breath, the belly gets huge. And breathing out slowly. Slow, always slow the out-breath. If you try to push it a lot, then you'll get dizzy. So the other thing we're going to focus on is breathing into the belly and then breathing in between your shoulder blades. So we're doing belly in the belly and between the shoulder blades and letting the chest drop. So it won't move much. Unless we're running, the chest won't move much. That will probably take a while. We have to really think about it and be very aware of this whole area of the body before we can retrain ourselves back to how we were when we were born. And quite quickly, the way our minds work takes us out of that. And this is going to be the best skill you will have learnt these last few days, a lifesaver. So we're just settling into the belly and just practicing the breath, feeling the feet. Drop the shoulders, let the top of the head float up. Now really relax the face. Soft jaw, soft mouth, soft forehead. So we're not trying hard, we're really feeling very spacious. Have a sense of ease, really delight on the out-breath, and pause for a moment, and then when you breathe in, Really feel the belly getting huge, the shoulders dropping, and that expansion between the shoulder blades. Relax the buttocks. Okay, I'm going to focus today on the 5 yang organ exercises because it is one of the best exercises for lung capacity, and it's very strongly rooted. We really need this strong root, and that's the thing that helps all our internal organs. So we start by taking the feet shoulder width apart, and we have the knees bent. So we take the knees back so they're not rolling in. Yep, you can see that. So we open here and get the little toes on the floor, and that's your knee protector. If you can do a big position, do so. Make sure your heels, little toes are on the floor, and bend as deeply as you can. We'll just go through the movements. I have done this before with you. The arms come up, and then they come over, and we drop the head and the shoulders over, and then unravel. I'll just do this sideways. So when we go up, we're going to keep the lower back stable, and we're not going to let the bum go out, but we keep it there. Yep. So that's quite a lot of awareness of this lower part of the body, how weighty it is and how important it is. All those organs and bones and muscles and sinews and blood vessels that we have in our pelvis and another brain. Okay, so here we breathe in, and on the out breath we do quite a lot. We go over and come up, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. So breathing in, drop into the belly, into the feet, and breathing out, coming up. And one more. And that's the preparation done 3 times. Get the feet straight as you come up, and we're going to stretch the hands out wide. In breath. Okay, drop the shoulders, breathe out. Now you bring the outside edge of the hands together, and as you breathe in, you turn the hands over and carve the air. Big, 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 big belly, relax the face and the buttocks, and breathing out. So the arms are very yang, very strong and hard, with the fingertips going outwards all the time, and really make sure. So that's in breath, and breathing out. Just move back a bit so you can see my arms. I'm breathing in. And out breath. So this is a lung exercise, really good for the lungs. You can probably feel it. So really make sure your knees are bent. Shoulders drop, face relaxed, buttocks relaxed, but a lot of work in the belly. So as I breathe out, I'm squeezing my pelvic floor and across my pubic bone. And on the in-breath, my belly's getting huge. And I'm reaching out, so I'm not letting the arms bend. And breathing out, and breathing in. If you get tired doing this, just relax a moment and then join me again. And let's do 2 more. So out breath, and breathing in. 1 more. Now this time as you breathe in, I want you to drop one hand and hold the other hand, so you bend the elbows a little bit, and you've got the armpits open, and this is quite a long way away from the body. It's not close to the body. And you're dropping the chest, breathing into the belly, into the back, and we're going to do the one for the heart. There's a lot of coordination on this one. So the top hand is heart level, and you're going to turn your body and press that top hand to the wall, but lengthen the neck so you're not leaning forward, and let the other hand float up softly. So one hand strong, one soft. Then turn towards me and let the top hand, it's like an overarm swimming stroke, shoulders dropped, and so you've replaced the other hand on top. Now here we do this on the in-breath. As we breathe out, we press one hand to the other wall and the other hand comes up softly, and on the in-breath, you come over. Make sure your knees are bent so you're really sunk into the floor, so breathing out, long, long back of the neck, soft face, strong horizontal arm, soft vertical arm, breathing in. So as you do this, really feel between your shoulder blades, palm of the hand between the shoulder blades, and then breathing in. This is for the heart. And wee. And in breath. Hold the circle, drop the chest, open the armpits, really feel where the feet are. Soften the face all the time. If you get confused with the coordination, no big deal. Just have another go. No expectation of getting things right, but just simply having a go. you're turning from your belly first, then you'll find you're freer. Get the outside edges of your feet on the floor. So always coming back to the root, softening the shoulders. Wee. And let's make this the last one. And we're going to drop the hands down. So we've got the palm of the hand open, down just about your knicker line. And we're going to turn from the middle of the belly, but keep looking forward. And let the one that's more to the front come forward softly with an open palm. So straight ahead of you. It's not over there, it's not over there, straight ahead of you. And it's like you're holding a cloud of something absolutely amazing. So the palm doesn't close and you come back to the hip. So we turn from the belly first, then the hand comes out, and we cradle this wonderful gift of healing heavenly chi. So it's like this cloud of something's really healing, bright, wonderful, and we're just nudging it towards us. And this is for the liver, this exercise. So moving, get the feet established and move from your belly first. And just do it without the hand. So moving from the belly first, the belly first, the belly first. Now try it with the hand, belly, and then the hand. Keep the hand open. So there's no grasping, just nudging. Yay, drop the shoulders. So sometimes people find this quite tricky. I'm sure you're just like a duck to water. Breathe, bend the knees, move from the belly first, soften the shoulders, and just visualize you're breathing all that's good to you, bright, healing, full of joy, a cloud, a golden yellow cloud of compassion and kindness, bringing it to you, filling yourselves with this light. Let's do another couple. Yay, yay, yay. Now we're going to move on to another vital organ, and that's the kidneys. So we open the legs, and we're going to take one hand and place it on our forehead, and the other hand on our lower back. Okay? So we're placing on the... So if I've got my right hand up, I've got my back hand, my left hand on my right kidney. Yeah? So it's across the back. So it's across the back. Yeah. So I'm going to go into my right foot first, but mirror me, you might be in your left foot, I'm not quite sure. So you go into the right foot and you turn your body, and you're going to reach right out, bend the knees, and don't stick your bums out. Drop the body down, scoop down towards the ground to come into the left foot and turn your body, and then you're going to open the arm and come back across your forehead. So this is a big reach out. This is a good place to breathe out as you go down, into the other leg, and breathing in here. Now we're visualizing as we go down, we're scooping healing chi. It goes through the top arm, through your shoulders, through the other hand, into the hand, into your kidney. And it's quite a strong exercise, this. So you're turning from your belly first, all the weight into that foot, all the way down, all the weight into the other foot, coming around. And breathing out, breathing in, into the belly, drop the shoulders, breathing out. You're changing weight, turning the body, breathing out. And let's make this the last one. I don't know how many we've done. I want you to open your arms and change, like a big aeroplane. So the other hand's around your back, the other hand's on the forehead, and now you go to the other foot, reach right out, sink right down into that leg, turn the body, and reaching out, and here you're pouring, you're visualizing, you're pouring all that light through your arms, into the other hand, on your kidney, into your kidneys. Whee! So, a good place to breathe out. Changing weight, and it's very deep, very strong. Keep the little toes on the floor. Yay! Whee! Whee! let's do one more. And bring your feet together into shoulder width apart, and we drop the hands, and we're going to bring the thumb and the forefinger together to make a triangle, and we place it over our lower belly. So this next posture is for the pancreas. It's actually quite strong, but we have the knees bent all the time, and we're going to take a deep breath in. As we do so, we just open the elbows so the hands come up the body. As we breathe out, we take them down to the floor. On the in-breath, we bend the wrists and take them right up above our head without lifting the shoulders, and then we look up in between the triangle. Push the hands up, take a deep breath into the belly. As you breathe out, turn to one side, looking up through the triangle, and on the in-breath, come back to the centre. So you're using those deep, deep muscles in the lower belly and the pelvic floor as you breathe out, pushing the hands up to the sky, breathing in. And breathing out, feel your feet as you turn to one side on the out-breath. Breathing in, come back to the centre. Breathing out and coming back. So you're pressing up, looking up, breathing out. If you get tired, just stop and then rejoin. And breathing out and come back. And we do one more set. So out breath turns you from the belly to one side, and breathing in gets you back to the front. Out breath turns you from the belly to one side, coming back to the front. This time take the hands forward and come up to your belly. Drop the hands and open the feet quite wide like we did at the beginning. Now this time the closing posture. We take the arms up, we're going to drop the fingertips to the shoulders, bring the elbows together, flip the hands forward and drop the body over. So that goes on the in-breath, we go shong, shong, and out-breath, over and up. 3 times, that's number 1. And breathing out, up. Number 3, out. Up. Now get the feet straight, open the arms, and closing down, so you're coming back really deeply into your centre. So I place one hand on my danchan, the other hand on top. That's that bit of the belly halfway between the pubic bone and the belly button. Feel where your feet are. Drop the shoulders. Breathe into your hands. So all the time bring your awareness to breathing deep into the pelvic floor, into the lower belly, and in between the shoulder blades. So we're breathing in. Take your time to breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Shake your legs out. And I just come into closing. So we remind ourselves of our yang, strong and hard, our confidence, our ability to be in action, the soft hand going round, the fist of the yang, and the yin, soft and weak. We're fragile. Remember, we're fragile. But that fragility and softness and weakness is also our kindness and openness. And our ability to flow with changes. So that's to do with acceptance and being able to be present in what's happening now. May you all be well. May you all be happy. I do 3 big claps. And I'll say goodbye from my studio today, and see you another time, and I'll do more exercises for breathing.